Monday, the 10th day of October 2022. I mentioned that. On the calendar, it says it's Columbus Day. I'm not sure we can celebrate that anymore. Who knows? I can't keep track of any of that stuff. I can't keep track of the NFL either. That's why we have this feature.
I'm Chris Rose with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Justin Tucker nailed a 43-yard game-winning field goal as time expired to lift the Ravens to a 19-17 win over the Bengals. The Cardinals battled back from an early 14-0 deficit against the Eagles, but missed a 43-yard field goal that would have sent the game to overtime, allowing Philly to escape with a 20-17 victory and thus remain the league's lone unbeaten team. Cooper Rush led Dallas to their fourth straight victory as the Cowboys outlasted the Super Bowl champs in L.A. Micah Parsons recorded 2 more sacks to bring his season total to 6. Saquon Barkley scored the go-ahead score with 6 minutes left, and the Giants' defense stifled an Aaron Rodgers fourth-quarter comeback in London to propel the G-Men to a 27-22 victory, moving to 4-1 and their best start since 2009. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you 24/7, with supplies and solutions for every industry, and access to product specialists ready to help. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Is there a calculator that can't compute in your kitchen drawer? Recycle it at Staples. A shredder that won't shred under your bed? Or a collection of cables cluttering up your closet? Recycle them now at Staples. With Staples Free Tech Take Back, we'll recycle your old tech free. Plus, rewards members get $5 back in rewards. So if you have modems, mice, and mobile phones making a mess of your home, recycle them now at Staples. Limit 1 reward per month. Redeemable in-store only. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/recycling for details.
We are the Imperial Valleys, AM 1230 KXOL Central California. Good morning, Gene.
Good morning, Carroll.
It's another beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Second in motion.
Yeah, we're going to enjoy it. Did you have a good weekend?
Went by really fast. That was a good weekend, but man, it could have lasted a little bit longer.
Yeah, well, we spent part of the weekend cleaning up the dust and the gravel and the grit that accumulated from the windstorm on Thursday.
What windstorm?
Yes. And I spent the better part of the weekend getting Pam's vegetable garden ready for her to plant.
Well, when is that going to happen?
Probably next weekend. Still got a little bit more work to do. But I needed to knock off and get back to the real job to rest up.
Yeah.
Yeah, hauling all those heavy bags of garden soil and amendments and so forth. I'm all tuckered out.
Yeah, well, and, you got to take a break, of course, and have a beer.
Exactly, yes. And bad news, yeah. There could soon be a beer shortage. Supply chain issues have led to a shortage of carbon dioxide needed to bottle and make beer. Oh, boy.
So are they asking for donations? Or
maybe if you and I talk enough, we'll emit enough carbon dioxide and,
to produce beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Anyway, we'll try and get by. My pretty much 1 beer a week limit, I may have to put that on hold a while.
Yep, you really might have to.
Yeah.
Well, keep us updated.
I will do that, yeah. And better yet, we might check with a beer expert somewhere along the way.
Well, we have a lot of them around.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, some are practicing and practicing and practicing.
Yes. Okay. Are you ready for some birthdays?
I'm ready.
Our big shot birthdays. Actor Peter Coyote is 81. Actor Charles Dance, 76. Actor Dancer Ben Vereen, 76. Singer Cyril Neville of the Neville Brothers, 74. Actor Jessica Harper, 73. Singer David Lee Roth of Van Halen, 68. Actor Julia Sweeney, 63. Actor Bradley Whitford, 63. Actor Wendy McClendon Covey is 53. Actor Mario Lopez, Saved by the Bell, is 49. Actor Jodie Lynn Keefe is 44. Actor Dan Stevens, 40. Actor Rose McIver is 34. Actor Amy Teagarden is 33. We've got local birthdays coming up. Stick around.
This is George Marquez. I am running for district attorney. I was raised in the Imperial Valley, and I am currently raising my own family here. I am the experienced candidate, and I have worked both as a prosecutor and defense. I know how both sides think. I am the candidate with a solid law enforcement backing. I will be aggressive in prosecuting serious, violent, and repeat offenders, and I will implement crime prevention strategies. I will use my experience to protect our families. Please vote for me, George Marquez, paid for by the committee to elect George Marquez for District Attorney 2022.
We have happy birthday wishes going out today to Sandra Fierro, Albert Aguilar, Georgie Rocha, Margarita de la Cruz, George Diaz, Celia de la Cruz, Sherry Lewis, Panchita Alvarado, Carmel Edwards, Amelia Juarez, Obet Mina, Frank Gastelum, Michelle Sandiford, Dorina Armenta, Dina Lozano, Eleanor Zuniga, Ariana Ravello, Lydia Diaz, Marcos Liera, Maricela Diaz, Ruben Dominguez, Isabella Neri, Andrea Mina Miranda. Happy birthday from KXO. Okay. And Gene, this, by the way, I have already seen the advance guard of the snowbirds arriving in the valley.
The advanced guard?
Yes.
Would they come early to check to make sure the coast is clear?
Yeah, they're scouts, kind of like long-range patrol, scouts.
Yeah, or bees. Bees have scouts,
Yeah.
So
anyway, a town in Canada is now home to a 17-foot-tall Cheeto statue. The town of Cheadle in Alberta has a new statue that shows fingers covered in orange Cheeto dust reaching out of the ground and grabbing a Cheeto.
Much to the shock, I'm sure, of that individual.
Yeah. Well, the Cheeto folks put it there in Cheadle, and one of the reasons, the orange dust is officially called Cheadle. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Me, and as you know, I'm a Cheeto fan, and back in the days of off-road racing, FUD, the off-road race guru, laid out a trail of Cheetos for me to follow.
Ah, yes, Cheetos.
I ate every one of them.
That was back when it was just you had one color, and that was it.
Orange. Well, now they've got the Flaming Hot and all the... No, just give me the original crunchy Cheetos.
Yeah.
That, I'm a purist at heart.
A purist.
Yes.
You heard it first, right here.
Yes. Traditionalist. Okay. Are you ready for news?
We've got local news, sports, weather.
Can you make the sound of a peacock?
No, I can't.
Oh, you've heard peacocks, right?
Yeah, actually, I have.
Oh, it's annoying.
It is. Yes. They are annoying. They make a lot of mess.
Okay. Anyway, we're going to jump in with a look at World and California news headlines to begin with. Brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist.
CBS News Brief. The cleanup in Kyiv after Russia's largest-scale missile attacks on Ukraine in months. They've killed at least 11 people. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres says he is deeply shocked. Former U.S. Ambassador to Ukraine, William Taylor.
Putin has big problems on the battlefield. He's losing on the battlefield. All he can do now is terrorize people.
Harvey Weinstein goes on trial in L.A. today. CBS's Anne-Marie Green.
The 70-year-old Steele, former movie mogul, faces a possible life sentence on rape and sexual assault charges involving 5 women between 2004 and 2013. He's pleaded not guilty.
Weinstein's already serving 23 years for rape and sex assault in New York. Former Fed Chair Ben Bernanke and 2 other Americans win this year's Nobel Prize in Economics.
They obtained the prize for research on banks and financial crises.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news, pain at the pump leading to a new push for oil industry reform. Governor Gavin Newsom calling for a special legislative session to take action as California drivers continue to vent.
Out here it's killing us, man. It's killing us.
If you drive 10, 15 miles, you're paying $40 just for half a tank of gas.
Motorists likely relieved to see that prices have actually come down a nickel in the past week, but still nearly $1 higher than they were last month. An outpouring of support for the community, rocked by the murders of 4 members of the same family, including an infant kidnapped from their business in Merced.
We lost these 4 souls, which we're never going to get back.
4 vigils held for the victims, 1 for each of them over the past 4 days. The suspect in custody, apparently a former employee. California ballots begin arriving today. This the deadline for county officials to mail them out. Voters making their voices heard exactly 4 weeks from tomorrow in the midterm elections. Another week of mostly dry, slightly cooler conditions. Temperatures expected to dip a few degrees by the end of the week. Jeff Scott, California News.
World and California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist. For sales, for service, it's Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
Hi, I'm Capri, and the little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe is the chicken. They actually put it on the grill, cooked it in the sauce. It's definitely a good grilled spicy sandwich.
Hey, I'm Michelle, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe is it's spicy and it's full of flavor. When you pair that with the kale crunch salad, it's just good.
Order a grilled spicy deluxe sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Available for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
This is Loyalty Lab Interview 6. Subject, grandmother's loyalty. Margie, what do you do when your grandson misbehaves?
Angels don't misbehave.
Here we study the most loyal, like you and... Oh, there goes the lamp.
Shouldn't have put it there.
Shell and the Fuel Rewards program has our members' backs, too. It's super easy to save on every gallon. Loyal, just like how you acted like that wasn't his fault.
Someone should clean that up before he gets hurt.
Yes, loyal, just like that.
10 years of FR.com. Terms and conditions apply.
It is page 1 of the local news. Page 1 is service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Taking a look at the latest in local news this morning, the California Highway Patrol is investigating a Sunday morning accident near Salton City. The accident was reported at about 8:30 a.m. Sunday on Highway 86 at Norm Never Road. The CHP said that a vehicle went out of control and rolled over, ending up about 75 feet in the desert. One person was trapped in the vehicle and was transported to an out-of-valley hospital by an air ambulance after being eradicated or extracted. Northbound,
they took him out of the car.
Yeah, took him out of the car would probably be the best term. Highway 86 was closed for a while for the helicopter to land. The accident remains under investigation. Multi-agency project, the CDCR, that's a crisis response team. They assist Riverside County law enforcement agencies who were executing a search warrant this week in Blythe California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation Crisis Response Team assisted. The results was the seizure of weapons and controlled substances, and the result of 2 individuals with outstanding warrants. The narcotics included large amounts of methamphetamine and fentanyl. No injuries were reported. KXO News Time 742.
How about the next time you need service on your car? We come to you. Hi, this is Mike Allison for Real Central Motors and Quick Lane. Our mobile service vans are an extension of our dealership service lane. We will come to you for an oil change, filters, brakes, batteries, tire rotation, and so much more. Hey, while your car is just sitting there at work, we'll take care of your service needs, and it doesn't cost any extra. Schedule your appointment now at elcentralmotors.net. El Central Motors Mobile Service Vans. What a great idea.
In other local news, Yuma Fire Department donates equipment to Mexico. Firefighting gear and materials were donated by the Bomberos in San Luis Rio, Colorado, Mexico. Yuma Fire Department said the gear had passed the normal service life, but all the equipment was still serviceable. The gear included turnout coats and pants, gear bags, helmets, wetland gear, and training manuals. The Bomberos is mostly a volunteer organization led by paid professionals. Well, Carroll, you mentioned a peacock this morning, and there was a peacock problem here in the county. And your question was, why did the peacock cross the road? We may never know the answer.
The eternal question.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, about 7:30 Saturday, El Centro Police received a report. Yes, a peacock in the middle of the road in the 1900 block of Main Street. Police contacted the California Department of Fish and Wildlife, and they said they did not respond to peacock calls. The U.S. Wildlife Department also said they would not respond to a peacock problem. El Centro police officers did respond to the area. And by the time they got there, though, the peacock was gone. That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, 3 locations to serve you at El Centro Motors in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and at the Imperial Valley Mall. Can we talk? Better yet, let me talk, you listen, and pay attention, because I'm going to tell you about the Peanut Patch in Yuma. The Peanut Patch, open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. The Peanut Patch, so many great things, such a great place to visit. Well, take a trip to Yuma and visit the Peanut Patch. You're going to love their chocolates, so many of them homemade, right there at the Peanut Patch. Google the Peanut Patch, follow directions, and enjoy. What a great place to visit, the Peanut Patch. Great place to pick up gifts for your friends, too. Yeah, and they will ship almost anywhere in the universe. The Peanut Patch in Yuma. Thank you for listening. And it's page 2 of the local news with weather, all brought to you by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991.
The Imperial Valley College Student Health Center is offering the Fall for Wellness workshops coming up. The workshops include stress management, nutrition, and SOF skills. The workshops will be given on October the 11th, 12th, and 13th from 3 to 4 p.m. in room 11. To attend, you need to register at the Student Health Center website. Students who complete a series of 3 workshops receive a $50 gift card. San Diego field office ends September with some mighty big seizures. The Customs and Border Protection San Diego field office includes Imperial County. 2 of the major seizures at the end of September were in Imperial County. One was at the Calexico East Port of Entry. A woman was arrested after CBP officers seized 56 pounds of fentanyl, weighing over 74 pounds, and 5 packages of methamphetamine. The other seizure was at the Calexico West Port of Entry. A man was arrested after CBP officers found 31 packages of fentanyl in the vehicle he was driving. The narcotics were discovered with the use of canine teams and imaging system at the port of entry. KXO News Time is 7:48.
The food insecurity rate for Imperial Valley is estimated at 17% for all residents. Tragically, it soars to 33% for our children. Imagine 1 of every 3 children are challenged by hunger. The Imperial Valley Food Bank is striving to end hunger in the valley. When kids have nutritious food to eat, they learn more in school, are sick less often, crime declines, and the cycle of poverty can end. This is John Leveda asking you to support the Imperial Valley Food Bank.
And Carroll Buckley has a look at an update on the weather.
The National Weather Service says chances for any isolated showers and thunderstorms will be fairly limited through tomorrow and end altogether starting Wednesday. As high pressure moves into our region by midweek, temperatures will warm to slightly above normal with highs into the mid-90s across the Imperial Valley. A more unsettled weather pattern is then likely to move back into the region by the coming weekend, with rain chances returning and temperatures cooling back to around normal. 93 the high yesterday, 72 our overnight low. Sunny today with a high near 95. South-southwest wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming calm. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 73. Southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming east. Tuesday will be sunny with a high near 94. Light wind becoming west about 5 miles an hour in the afternoon. 74 degrees downtown El Centro, 53% our relative humidity. Wind out of the west at about 3 miles an hour. Page 2 of the local news, presented by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991. Become a hunger warrior. Contact the Imperial Valley Food Bank.
I'm Dr. Raul Ruiz, and I approve this message. I grew up in Coachella, where my first home was a trailer. My parents were farm workers, and they worked hard so we could have a better life. I wanted to serve the community, so I became a doctor, started free clinics to make sure families had health care, and mentored young people who also dreamed of serving their communities. I ran for Congress to stand up for families like yours here in the Imperial Valley.
As a doctor and a congressman, Raul Ruiz has always stayed true to the values he grew up with, dedicating himself to making life better for working families. He understands your hopes and dreams because he shares those same hopes and dreams. Economic opportunity, a decent place to live, and a better future for our children.
Whether fixing our immigration system or fighting for jobs, affordable health care, and housing, I would be honored to work for you.
Dr. Raul Ruiz, he's one of us.
Please remember to vote by November 8th, by mail or in person.
It's Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. Major League Baseball action yesterday. The Padres dominated the New York Mets 6-0 to move on to face their nemesis, the Los Angeles Dodgers. Padres limited the Mets to 1 hit. Joe Musgrove, with that magic sauce on his ears, pitched 7 scoreless innings, gave up 1 hit. Padres bullpen held the Mets hitless. So what's coming up? And tomorrow, well, it will be Philadelphia at Atlanta, Seattle at Houston, Cleveland at New York, and San Diego at Los Angeles as Major League Baseball playoffs continue. We've got football coming up next.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
NFL football action yesterday. The Giants beat the Packers 27-22. It was the Bills beating up on the Steelers 38-3. Chargers slipped by the Browns 30-28. Vikings over the Bears 29-22. Patriots shut out the Lions 29-0. Saints topped the Seahawks 39-32. Jets beat up on the Dolphins 40-17. Buccaneers bounced the Falcons 21-15. Titans topped the Commanders 21-17. Texans over the Jaguars 13-6. 49ers beat the Panthers 37-15. Cowboys rolled. They topped the Rams 22-10. Eagles 20, Cardinals 17. Ravens slipped by the Bengals 19-7. So what else is going on? Well, Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback not happy. Yeah. Kenny Pickett says he was hit low by Shaq Lawson. The quarterback got rid of the ball. Lawson dove low, tackling Pickett below his waist to bring him to the ground. He's a quarterback. No, he's a running back in that position. You get him down. Okay? Oh, well. Anyway, and after the Rams offense struggled for the second game in a row and the team lost their second straight to fall 2-3 on the season, head coach Sean McVay said his quarterback needs help. McVay said Stafford is competing and doing everything in his power for this team. He needs some help. We've got to be able to help him. And Dolphins quarterback Teddy Bridgewater out after a hard hit. The concussion protocol in effect. And he is out after yesterday's game. Coming up, we've got Monday Night Football on FM 107.5 because it's the Raiders. Big game. Raiders, Kansas City Chiefs. We've got the action. And we'll start at 4 o'clock this afternoon on FM 107.5. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers. Thank you for choosing Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and expertise to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers virtually any type of business solution to meet your needs, from business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley. Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. They also offer 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. Well, Elon Musk is at it again. His unsolicited idea for Taiwan, welcomed by Beijing, slammed by everybody else. As tensions between China and Taiwan simmer to their highest point in decades, Elon Musk tossed out an idea. The world's richest man suggested in an interview that hostilities between the two could be resolved if Taipei handed some control of the democratically governed island to Beijing, prompting praise from China and outrage from Taiwan. My recommendation would be to figure out a special administrative zone for Taiwan that is reasonably palatable, probably won't make everyone happy, Musk told the Financial Times, and it's possible, and I think probably, in fact, that they could have an arrangement that's more lenient than Hong Kong. Yeah, that's worked out well. Right now, taking a look at the big board, the Dow off 80 points at 29,220. The S&P 500 down 29 points at 3611. The NASDAQ at 10,510, off 142 points. Gold down $33.60 an ounce. Oil off 6 cents a barrel as things are still in flux on the big board.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here in Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. P.O. Box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
It will be sunny today with a high near 95, south-southwest wind about 5 miles an hour, then becoming calm. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 73, southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming east. Tuesday, sunny with a high near 94, light wind becoming west about 5 miles an hour in the afternoon. 74 degrees downtown, 52% relative humidity, wind out of the west at about 3 miles an hour. Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offering live scan fingerprinting to the public.
At Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
They have great weekday specials.
I like the friendly environment, the friendly staff, the cold beer, and the best wings in town.
Burgers and Beer. What I like about Burgers and Beer, the menu. Everything on the menu is great. I'm working my way through the menu. My favorite thing right now is the grilled tuna chipotle sandwich. That's what I had yesterday, and it was delicious.
So come and see us and find out for yourself at Burgers and Beer.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 1230. KXO.
Is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
I'm Steve Kathan. Russia batters major cities in Ukraine. Attacks have left at least 11 dead. Some have been civilian targets. Alexander Rodnyansky is an advisor to Ukraine's president.
It feels very much like the first few days of the war, where everything was attacked randomly. We've seen civilian infrastructure already being hit.
It's all seen as retaliation for the explosion that took out the bridge connecting Russia to Crimea. Former U.S. Ambassador to Ukraine, William Taylor.
He is really responding to all of these problems, these disasters on the military side with this terrorist attack. So there's no real strategy that one can see from President Putin.
Well, former Capitol Police officer Michael Fanone, injured in the insurrection attack, secretly recorded a meeting with Republican lawmakers months later. He tells CBS Mornings that South Carolina's Lindsey Graham said during the meeting that police should have shot attackers in the head.
While we are authorized to use deadly force in some, very narrow set of circumstances, that it would not have been practical in that type of an environment when there are so many people there condensed in such a small space.
The Nobel Prize in Economics awarded today to former Fed Chairman Ben Bernanke and two other Americans, Douglas Diamond and Philip Dybvig. The committee hailed them for researching financial crises and banks.
The theory says that banks can be tremendously useful, but they are only guaranteed to be stable
if they're properly regulated.
A trial beginning today, more than a decade after an air tragedy.
13 years ago, Air France Flight 447 from Rio de Janeiro to Paris crashed into the Atlantic Ocean, killing all 228 people on board. Today, the airline and the plane manufacturer Airbus go on trial for involuntary manslaughter amid accusations of faulty equipment. Winfried Schmidt from Laubach in Germany lost his 29-year-old daughter and her fiancé in the crash.
We are here because justice is not done.
He believes the manufacturers could and should have done more to ensure the safety of the plane. Elaine Cobb, CBS News, Paris.
Facebook says as many as 1 million users may have had their login information stolen. CNET's Ian Schur says the company found more than 400 malicious apps designed to steal Facebook data.
Even though an app may say sign in with Google, sign in with Facebook, sign in with Apple, you can't really always trust them.
Checking Wall Street right now, the Dow is down 128 points. NASDAQ is down 152. The S&P is down 34. This is CBS News.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Visit libertymutual.com to learn more.
Moments like watching my grandson steal second mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for postmenopausal women or for men with HR-positive, HER2-negative NBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
A movie star is aiming for the stars.
He's staged daring acts and performed his own stunts.
Right now we're over gorgeous Spider Canyon in stunning South Africa.
Now Tom Cruise reportedly wants to shoot a movie that's out of this world. In fact, in space. He's teamed up with the Bourne Identity director Doug Liman on a movie pitch. The Universal Filmed Entertainment Group's chair tells the BBC most of the movie would be shot on Earth, but culminate with Cruise's character going to space to save the day. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
The horror thriller Smile was #1 at the weekend box office 1 week after its $22 million debut in the top spot. Took in nearly $18 million over its second weekend. The ensemble comedy Amsterdam was a flop, taking in $6.5 million on opening weekend. That film has received poor reviews. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
Present you with this year's Choice YouTuber Award,
Carroll Buckley.
Prepare to get rocked.
That was unbelievable. AM 1230 KXO.
1230